Hey, I'm gonna show you exactly how to decommoditize your company using your website, which actually makes selling way easier. Check it out. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Logan Shinholzer, and I wanna walk you through exactly what I mean when I say your website is now your digital storefront. So let's go ahead and rewind back a little bit. And before I jump into the actual websites and talk to you exactly how this is all set up, think about when you walk into, let's say, a department store. You walk into a JC Penney's or a Belk or a Nordstrom's or wherever you want to go, and there's a lot of stuff going on. There's different sections. You know, you've got women's, men's, kids. If you're going into what used to be Sears, you're going to have appliances there too. So there's so many different places in the store that you can go to buy something that it can get very, very confusing very quickly. The first thing that happens when you walk into these stores is you see signs up above and you're looking and you're trying to find the exact place that you want to go. You'll usually have a representative or somebody come up and say, hey, what can I help you with? What are you looking for today? And most of us, we first go, I'm good, I'm just looking. Unless you really know what you want, you're most likely just gonna shoo them away because nobody wants to get sold to, right? So you work your way over there, you finally get in that section, and now you have a different array of options that you can choose from. And once you see those options, you start to look around, you go, oh, okay, I'm looking for a shirt. You find the different shirts, you got price tags on there right there. So that is kind of how we're used to buying these days, right? Is that we're used to walking in somewhere, getting a little bit of help maybe, and then checking out the prices, seeing what options they have, and kind of making a decision from there. Now, the big difference between a department store and how they operate versus you is they're really more of a commodity, meaning like this shirt that I'm wearing right now, this was like $12 at Target, right? And I'm sure JC Penney has their own version of it. I'm sure, Nordstrom's probably has their own version. It's the same blue shirt effectively, but one's $12, one's $8, and one's $50. Now, if your website and your contracting company is set up in a way where you don't differentiate yourself at all, you're also going to be that commodity. You're also going to be treated like this blue t-shirt. That why would they pay $50 at Nordstrom's when they can just pay $12 at Target like I did? That's the whole idea behind the website, is that you want to guide them through this process the same way that they're normally used to buying, but doing it without commoditizing yourself. All right, here's what I mean. When they come into your website, your homepage really acts effectively as a directory at a mall. So when you walk into a mall, you're gonna eventually end up at the Apple store. It might take you all over the mall, second floor, third floor, first floor, back to the second floor, back to the first floor, but you finally get there. Not a great experience, and by the time you get to the Apple store, maybe you don't have time to buy whatever it is that you want because you want to shop around a little bit, but you spent 40 minutes walking around the store or the mall, you ended up getting sucked into another store, and your $1,000 budget, where you just spent half of that at Nordstrom's buying 10 different blue t-shirts. So what this homepage acts as is that directory which guides them to exactly what they want. Now, if we don't guide people there, they're probably gonna eventually get there, but it's gonna create a negative experience for them. And if they only have a certain amount of time, or they just aren't super patient people for stuff like this, they wanna feel guided, they're gonna leave. So the easiest thing to do with your homepage is set it up to guide them to the right path. All right, so that's the first thing. Same way that you walk into a department store, they've got signs overhead and you know exactly where you want to go. So in this case, what we did was we gave people one of two options: either have a pond or you want one. So in this case, let's just say you want a pond. They come on in and they have a couple different options. Do you want a new koi pond? Do you want a pondless waterfall? Or do you want a fountain? Those are really your three options here. So now you're thinking to yourself as a homeowner, okay, it's kind of like walking in the men's section of the department store. Now you're in the men's section. Do you want shirts? Do you want pants? Or do you want shoes? Which one? And now I'm gonna go, okay, let's go new koi pond construction, AKA new shirts. Now what this does is this page, once you're in the new shirt department, it's gonna talk to you about the different shirts, right? It's gonna walk through some of the options. It's gonna show a couple before and afters, maybe a nice little video, show a couple of the options. These are the quote unquote different shirts that you can buy. So that's what we're trying to do here, is we're trying to effectively show them some of the options that they can have. Now, part of what we also do is we also build it up where we talk about, why would you want this shirt? What is this shirt gonna do for you? Like, I may look at this shirt and go, well, I'm just gonna wear this to work maybe. It's casual right now. Maybe I'll wear it out, but I don't need an expensive shirt. If what you can do with the site is actually show how much people are going to use this, right? If you said, Logan, you're going to get this shirt and you're going to be able to go out and feel confident in meetings. You're going to be able to go to the bar and talk to anybody that you want to talk to, all because you're wearing this special shirt. Now I'm going, well, maybe it is worth more money. Maybe I will get the Nordstrom's version of this shirt versus the Target version. It's all about how do you set yourself up. So in this case, if you're talking about a pond and you're talking about how to relax, right, how to use it, how to really sit by it, right, now you're the company that's evoking the emotion out of that person. If you don't evoke that emotion, then you're going to be seen as a commodity. If we just showed these and just said, hey, check out some of these, like if there's anybody else in the area that could also build to this quality, then how would they know which company to go with? If it's the exact same pond and the exact same shirt, how do they know the real difference? All right, so those are some things to think about is when you're designing your site, you're trying to figure out, now that less people are going out and getting estimates, right? Because people are just getting more used to shopping online. Or even more so, even if they are still getting an estimate, majority of people go online, the sale is made before they even call you. They've already pretty much made up their mind in their head that as long as the price is like reasonable, they're gonna move forward with you because of what you've done with your website. Now, how do we jump ahead of that? How do we go, you know what? If the price is right. Well, here's what we do. We add in some FAQs, commonly asked questions. What does a new koi pond cost? How long does it take? How large are they? How much maintenance is it? Right? These are like the top 4 most commonly asked questions that people want to know, and they're also reasons that people don't want to move forward. So what do? We just kind of base it around like a general principle. Fun fact, we built them for 80 grand before. They typically average 17. However, you can get it for 9. Leave it at that. So now they have a baseline. So if they're coming in going, well, I would love this pond for $2,000, it ain't gonna happen. And now they know that's not gonna happen. So that kind of weeds out a lot of those, they're not tire kickers, they're just people that they don't understand the true value of what you sell. So in this case, if this pond is valuable to them, then they're okay with this price and they're okay with this investment. And how do you build up that value? You talk about the amazing stuff that you can do, create a perfect place to relax any time of the day, enjoy more quality time with your family, come home to the sound of a waterfall splashing into the pond. Like we're throwing visuals, so now it's not just a dead thing in the yard, it's something living, breathing, something that actually evokes emotion and connectivity amongst the family. So that's really the big part of this website, is that this is now the storefront. This is now how people buy these days. And they're not, pulling out their credit card and swiping it to get one of these. They still have to get a quote. They still have to go through that process. But what we're doing is we're pre-selling the idea. So that way when you get on the phone with them and somebody says, hey, I want to get a pond, or you drive out to their house for the estimate, they're already close to the 2-yard line. All you got to do is just go ahead and run it in. But if you're not close, right, if your website commoditizes you, or if it's non-existent or it's generic or whatever it is and it's not good, then it's like it's 4th and goal and you're on the 20-yard line. It's tough. Versus when you're here, it's more like 1st and goal on the 2. If you really want to get better at selling and you really want to get your skills up, then leave your website to be commoditized. Make it harder on yourself so you have to somehow figure out how to sway any conversation into how you want it to go. But if you want to make it easy and you want to make it more like on the 2-yard line, where at this point, it's really up to you just to not mess up the sale, that's what you can do with a website. And as long as you set it up like an online storefront where you're addressing, just think about how you buy things, address those online, and you'll be golden. All right, so as always, I hope you appreciated this. If this is something that you want to talk about, or go learn how we do websites, and so I can show you that a website's not really a commodity, even more so than what I'm doing in this video, go check out our website, link below. I'll see you guys next time.